How is it to be here, get into the flow of things? It must have been a little crazy for you.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind. To be expected, to go from being at home to getting this all figured out pretty quick here. But it's exciting. It's exciting coming to a place that had a lot of respect for since I've been in the NFL, but also I grew up cheering for the Vikings. So kind of surreal in that sense, but a lot of excitement for me and my family.
Carson, I was going to ask, has it just been too long? I mean, you've been around the NFL for a while, but is there still some shine on it that, this is the team you grew up watching?
For sure, yeah. Especially you walk the halls upstairs and you see all the former guys you used to cheer for. I used to have the jerseys growing up as a kid, all the things. So it's definitely cool to be back in the Twin Cities, now playing for the team I grew up cheering for.
Who was your guy back then?
I had a lot of guys. But when Brett was here in those years, that was pretty special growing up. That was like right around the time I was all in. So, but yeah, seeing a lot of those guys in the hallway, pretty cool.
Hey Carson, what's the relationship like with Ryan Kelly?
Ryan and I are really close. Obviously, we were very close for a year there in Indy, but Indy's home for us. Indy's home for him and his family. So we still see each other every offseason, play some golf together, get together. So pretty cool to reunite with him and have at least a couple familiar faces around here.
When did you know this could be a reality? How did this play out that you ended up here?
Yeah, it happened pretty quick. I was obviously at home for all of camp, all of off-season, just kind of waiting for the right thing, and this worked out. When they called, I was very excited about the opportunity to come in and help in any way I could. And not gonna lie, I beat sitting on the couch, pretty excited to get the call, and when this became a reality. Very excited, but all of a sudden, whirlwind trying to figure this all out, learn a new playbook, get my family up here situated, all the things. So it's been a fast and furious week, but it's been a lot of fun.
Is learning the playbook difficult? Is it easy? What's it like? You're a veteran, but is this scheme similar to what you've run enough times?
It's never easy. It's been a new playbook every year for the past however many years for me now. There's some overlap, some spots I've been in the past, which that definitely helps. But it's still new language, still new things. But the guys have been great. The coaching staff, even Max and JJ, have been helpful already. So. Trying to dive in as quick as I can and figure it out, and I think I'm doing okay so far.
What's been your initial impression of JJ McCarthy?
Seems great. What is it today? Thursday? Been here just a couple days, and so seems like a great kid. A lot of respect for him from afar and what he did in college and all the things, and heartbreaking what happened to him, with the injury last year. But seems like a guy that's going to come in and work hard, and excited to help him however I can. I've been in his shoes. We were just talking this morning. He's still a kid. He's 22 years old. I think when I was 22, I was gearing up to play for the Bison. So he's got a lot. He's got a lot of new for him going on right now. But exciting to kind of see him step into that and be the guy. And cool to see him get the captaincy yesterday too. So I'm excited for him, and any way I can help him, I'm excited for it.
Carson, what would you say is the best trait that all good backup quarterbacks have in common?
It's a great question, and I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not going to lie. I think just willingness to put the team first. That's obviously everybody who steps in that locker room, that's supposed to be the goal and the mindset, and I feel like in my brief time here, that seems to be the general consensus with the guys in there. But just willingness to serve, however that looks, whether that's staying after to help a guy or doing extra cut-ups and watching extra film, whatever that looks like, both on the field and off the field. I think as QB1, there's a lot of pressures both on and off the field, and so just trying to help however I can. I think that's really the nature of the job. And so still learning it, still new a little bit for me, but excited to help however I can.
Carson, what have you been thinking about helping JJ? What's kind of at the top of your list as far as knowing the shoes he's in right now?
Yeah, I don't know what's at the top. I think it just comes with kind of feeling out kind of his personality, what he needs, all the things. He hasn't even prepped for a game week in the NFL yet, so just yesterday was talking about, okay, what's a normal routine? What time are we going to get here, all the things. And so I think he's very receptive to ideas and whatever. And so we're going to work together on that and just try and help him kind of settle in and all those things. And I think he'll do a great job. I think he seems very willing to grow, to learn, to be challenged, all the things. I can tell he carries a lot of respect from all the guys in the locker room too. So it's exciting to work with him.
Chris, what have you been doing this summer? Did you have a pretty good idea that you would get an opportunity? Were there other opportunities you kind of put on hold there?
Yeah, I mean, I've been working out, staying ready all off season. You know, I honestly didn't think I would be waiting this long to be on the team, but it's just kind of the way it kind of unfolded. And so, working out, staying ready, got extra family time, got to play a little more golf than I probably normally would. But staying ready, working out, and so when I got the call, I felt physically in shape and mentally kind of refreshed, I guess you could say, because I had that extra time. So yeah, I fully expected to play this season. Didn't know when that call would happen, where, all the things, but God worked it out, and here we are.
So the first time they called Carson was just a few days ago. Like, they didn't register interest in March or April.
We don't need to talk about the whole offseason. The offseason was a whirlwind. There's a lot of things moving and shaking, and lo and behold, I stayed home all offseason until a week ago. So just excited to be here now.
You had a lot of success, obviously, until your injury and all those things, and trending in that way. What do you learn? What did you learn from that? I mean, because you did, you came out of the gate so strong there for a long time. That in Philadelphia, what was that like for you, and what did you learn from all of that as a young quarterback?
Great question. I think you learn game can change fast. I think you learn it's still just football. I think when I stepped my first game, like I got out there, all the emotion, all the excitement, but once that first snap came, it's like we're still just playing football, and so I'll try and help remind JJ that hey, still just a game, still a game you've grown up playing, loved playing your whole life. So all of those things, but you learn to grow up quick, especially in Philadelphia with at the age I was coming from North Dakota. Things changed fast. So you learn how to grow up and learn how to handle yourself as best you can. You learn from your mistakes, both on and off the field. Nobody's perfect. I've learned a lot of things as well, and so you had to grow up quick, and I'm excited to see JJ keep doing that.
Can you describe what Josh McCown was for you in Philly?
Yeah, pretty interesting how it works out. Seeing Josh, back me up in 2019, and now working together with him. Been in his office every day, just grilling him. So I apologized in advance, but he's been super helpful, just like he was in Philly, honestly. His mindset, his philosophy, really his demeanor and understanding of the quarterback position. Obviously, everybody knows the career he had and how he was all over the place in all these different offenses, but he truly understands the quarterback position better than as good as anybody, truthfully. And so not only the X's and O's, but just like the mindset, the thought process, the pressures, all the things that we go through as quarterbacks. So having a guy like that in the room and really leading the room, I think is huge. It'll be huge for me, huge for JJ, huge for Max, and that's been fun in my brief couple days working together.
When you play as long in the league as you have, did ever becoming a Viking remain like kind of in the back of your mind? Like, you've been able to have success with other teams and have different roles?
I mean, yes and no. It's one of those things. Once you play, like who you cheered for before is kind of irrelevant and goes out the window. And so all those things, I guess, are probably rushing back here now this week, and just family members and friends and people back in Fargo and Bismarck and all the things. Like, everybody's stoked and excited. So all those things are kind of, I guess, flooding back now. But in the midst of it all, those things kind of get overlooked, I think. So cool and surreal to kind of have those emotions again here right now.